Let me see. Okay, I got it. So welcome, you guys. I'm super excited. This is doing Newbie to Ruby. And Ruby is obviously one of our ranks, and it's a big rank because it is the building blocks to our business. And it's the building block to every other promotion in this business. So whether you've just started, welcome. I'm super excited for you. You're going to learn a lot. You don't know a whole lot when you first start. None of us do. The only way you know is by plugging in and asking a lot of questions. Because even if we tried to tell you everything from the moment that you started, it would go in one ear, out the other. So the best way that I always tell people it sticks is by plugging into stuff like this and just getting your hands in there and getting started. And you're going to come up with questions as you go. And that's why you have a sponsor, which is awesome. One thing that I've always loved about ItWorks is that we work as a team and you are never left alone. Like I always tell people, you may join this business for you, but you are never by yourself. And I just think that is so awesome. And I think that's what brings a lot of success to a lot of people in this company. So we're going to talk about just getting started, things that we all do, things that I continue to tell people to do as they join that I know that work. And we're going to kind of go through steps all the way up to get you to Ruby. And Ruby is an average of $500 a month. And you guys, what I love about Ruby is that for myself, when I started this, if you don't know anything about me, that's okay. But I was working as a charge nurse on night shift, and I loved being a nurse, absolutely loved it. And I started this because I thought to myself, my little one was like 4 or 5 months old. And I thought to myself, how awesome if I could even make $500 extra a month, just because that was one shift. So even if it was like slow or low census, like I could, without guilt, ask to be put on standby. And that would be, you know, that way I wasn't taking a pay cut. I wasn't separated by him PTO or whatever it may be. I just wanted to kind of have the freedom to be able to have the option to do that. And so my first goal was hitting Ruby in a year. So I really had no idea, like when I started this business, what it could do for me or the people that decided to join me. And so when we say a year, I ended up hitting Ruby within 6 weeks of joining this business. So that was a big aha moment for me, and impossible not to want people to come do it with you, because I knew what that meant for me. And I loved, like I always tell people, it was the small things where I could go into Target, I was paying cash from Wrap Cash, and I wasn't having to touch my checking account. Like that, it was the small things that just kept me hungry and continuing to build this business all the way up to ambassador, which that didn't even cross my mind when I joined. So, but the crazy thing is everything that we go over tonight, you guys, is literally what I have done over the last 4.5 years and just really have repeated it. I haven't complicated it. I haven't, created new things. They create stuff for us, but I've never tried to reinvent the wheel. So if there is one thing that I can stress tonight, I want you to have fun with your business. I want you to be excited. I want you to be a product of the product, use the products, because you become more confident, and it's so much easier to even just share it because it just kind of comes right out when you're talking about something that you love. So do those types of things and keep it simple, because when people start overcomplicating it or trying to reinvent things, I think it wastes their time, and we're all busy. No one joins this business because you have a lot of extra time. You don't need to reinvent anything. They're giving us everything that we have. And I'm going to totally tap in and show you everything that you can use and just the few things that you need to even do this business to wherever you want to bring it. So, like I said, welcome if you're brand new. I think most of us we're excited and we're slightly nervous and we think to ourselves, what the heck did we just do? And that's okay. That's normal. Like I always tell people, I'm like, say what you feel, say what you're thinking, because most of us, we are going to chuckle to ourselves and be like, we were right where you were. And I remember that from the first time I started. My friend left my house after signing me up and I thought, what did I just do? Now I think to myself, I can't imagine if I wouldn't have said yes. I don't know if I got hit at a weak moment or what, but either way, I'm super incredibly grateful for it. So, tools and basics of just getting your feet and hands in the business. If you've just started, don't wait for your kit to come. That was like one of the best things I ever did. I got on my eSuite. I made sure to log in right away. Your login to get into your eSuite, it's kind of like your back office, is your ID number that you got. So it would even be in your email, or you can even ask your sponsor to kind of go look it up. And if you didn't get it, and make sure you get logged in right away. So I help new DTs get logged in instantly. And then it's whatever password that you chose. So you want to go in go look at your eSuite. Go see what's offered in there. You're going to have a commission hold on your account right away because they want you to go verify your tax information. So make sure that when you go in there, it's going to prompt you right away. It's going to come up in red. Go ahead and verify your tax information. So that way they know where to send any information they need to, and they just are verifying that your address, everything else is correct. So that's your first thing. You want to get that off of there so that you can get started and start building. The next thing that I did, you guys, was in your document section, and I'm talking about it now, but I will log into my eSuite and kind of just show you where I got all this stuff. You want to print off your steps to success. It looks like this. Okay, it's like literally it is a list that can be like a check sheet. And there's something about being able to fill this in that not only keeps you on track, but holds yourself accountable. And honestly, this can even be used as a reference back if somebody, your loyal customers or anybody forgets anything. I just wrote it all down on here. And if you're a list person like me, so today's been one of those days. I don't know if it's the heat or what, but I'm like a hot mess express. I was on here at 5:30 and I'm like, where are my people? And then I realized it started at 6. So see, you don't even have to have it all together to be successful at this business. So, and I love that. But I love a list. I love filling something out. And I always tell people, like, if you can read, you guys, you can do this business. Okay? Because this tells you everything that you should be doing. So if you've never printed this out, I want you to print it out. I still print it out every single month. I start with a clean slate and I push myself to do this every single month because that's what I've done from the day one. And that's what got me to where I'm at. So I'm not going to change any of that up. So print off your steps to success. The next thing I want you to print off is your executive map and your Ruby map. I'm going to show you what your Ruby map looks like. So this is Ruby. We're really going to talk about how you get to Ruby today. Okay, so I want you to print these off so you have them right in front of you. The thing that works with that is because it says everything for you on here. So when we come up with some things, there's gonna be many times that you're gonna hear like auto ship or a qualified leg, and you're gonna think to yourself, what the heck is that? You know what was awesome is I wrote those things down that I heard on a daily basis, and I put them kind of over here so I could see them. So when somebody mentioned that to me, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna reference back to this, and I'm just gonna go see what that means again. The more you talk about it, the more you hear it, the more you see it, it just becomes common knowledge to you. So that was the first thing I did. And those are going to be your roadmaps. It tells you exactly what to do. Then the third thing I want you to do is you want to set up an auto ship. And so an auto ship for us, that's the only thing that we have. We don't carry a lot of inventory at all. And that was one thing I absolutely loved. I loved that we didn't have to go and deliver products because I just was like, I know like my small area in this big city and that's it. So other than that, I'm like having to use my GPS. So I love that we didn't have to do that. So what we do have is an auto ship, and what it is, it has to be set up to 80 BV. So BV, you guys, is bonus volume, and it's what's assigned to every single product we have. And usually it's like one bonus point per dollar. Some might be a little bit less, but most of them are around that area. So what it is, you guys, usually for me, so like an example of an auto ship that could work. I always have wraps on my auto ship. I have to this day. And the thing is wraps are your tool. If somebody asks me, I'm going to tell you exactly how I made $1,100 in wrap cash in my first month. That didn't even include my commission check or my fast start bonuses. And so the wrap is a tool. That is a tool for your business that you need to be using. And so when anybody asked me in the beginning, about the wrap, if I knew they were in my area or in my city, I offered to wrap them. I just said, hey, I'll wrap you you can try it out for $25. You can see how it feels. You can see how it smells, how it works. And then you can decide if you want to get the full treatment at $40 off. So that was 100% my wording. Okay. So you could, in your auto ship, you could do wraps and you could do greens. So knowing that you can sell the products that are coming in your auto ship, you are getting them at wholesale price and you can sell them at retail price. So the difference between those two numbers is wrap cash and profit in your pocket. Okay, so that is what it is meant to do. It is meant to have a very small amount that you can turn into wrap cash and have cash in your pocket instantly, so that people, when they're joining, they're not waiting 6 weeks for their first paycheck. They're not waiting a month or whatever it is. I love that they give us the tool to actually instantly put cash in our pocket. That was big for me. For somebody that was joining that was a little bit skeptical, I didn't really know if a business like this could make money. I wasn't sure. I just didn't know. It was nothing that I had really looked completely into. And so for me, that was great because I knew I was breaking even. And then I started, figuring out, okay, this is what I'm making now. I'm already in the positives, and I'm a week in or whatever it would be. So that's what your auto ship is for. If you do not want to sell it, what's great is that you can use it and you can show people your results that will help you sign loyal customers and distributors, or you can start figuring out which products that you absolutely love, because those are going to be the products that you talk about a lot and that are super easy and can help you, again, get loyal customers. I think one of your strongest tools is showing how these products fit into your life, how much you love them, how easy they are, how good they are for you. That is going to be one of your strongest testimonies and one of your best selling points. So that is our auto ship. The great thing about our auto ship with that, not only is obviously a good tool for your business, like we just discussed, but it automatically commission qualifies you. So there's no thought, like once that runs, you automatically are going to get paid for what you have worked for all that entire month. We have another way for you to be commission qualified, and it's having 150 in your personal volume. The thing with that, you guys, that I just want you to know, and I've never done that, because when I joined, we just said auto ship was law. That's how we were taught. I've done it that way. I've always run an auto ship for 4.5 years, and I've thus far have been successful. So for me, it's a big part of my business. And like I said, I gave you examples of exactly how I use my auto ship. And it's not there to take money out of your pockets. It's there for a tool. So the other way that you can do it is you can have 150 in sales or above, and that also commission qualifies you. The risk that you're taking with that, I just want to make sure people understand it, is that if somebody also at month end, and you're building your team and you have things going on, if somebody at month end on the last day returns something and your volume drops below 150, and your group volume could be 2,000 or whatever it may be that your team is doing or whatever you're doing, you won't get paid on that because you are not commission qualified. So for me, it was just never something that I wanted to risk. And I wanted to build my business. I wanted to help my team. And so I always ran an auto ship. So that is what our auto ship is. So if maybe you weren't understanding maybe what it does for our business or what it can be used for, or maybe you didn't even know that you can sell it at retail price and instantly have the wrap cash. But if you don't have it set up, it's super easy to set up in your eSuite, and I'll even show you when we go through our eSuite tutorial tonight. But it's a must. Like, I teach people that. I think most people that have done it that way and have built their business, they have always kept it on as well. So, and then the other great thing, you guys, that I think was huge for me, I really do not get behind my computer unless I'm doing fun things like this with you guys. So I want you to make sure that you have the apps that we have for our phone, because you guys can build your entire business from your phone. Like, that is where I do my posts. We'll be at the park, we're, driving to hockey practice or whatever it may be. This business is meant, and it works amazing with busy people. Okay, it is meant for that. They give us every single tool that we absolutely need to build our entire business from our phone. So make sure you get the apps. The one that you can go in there, and it can be just the ItWorks app. And what's awesome is it literally, this steps to success that we're talking about tonight, it's going to kind of fill it in electronically for you as you do it. So as you welcome your little customers, it fills in the little bodies. It keeps track of your volume. It tells you how many days you have to hit your Ruby bonus. It does a little countdown. It's just a great tool. So make sure you have that, and you will see it. And then the brand that it's from is Frag Mob. So if you're looking at it on your app store, that's what you're going to see. The other one that you can do, and I like this one. This one was what we first started with before they actually got stuff into the app store, was going to www.myitworksmobile.com. And what it is it's really just saving it to your screen, and it's a shortcut, but it brings you right to your eSuite. I'm just going to show you what mine looks like. Okay, it looks like this. And what I love is that I'm not having to go in and type in my whole entire web address to get to my eSuite to log in. I literally can hit this little button, and then it brings me right to where I need to be logging in, so that you can see your loyal customers and your entire team from your phone. So when people are asking me, hey, do I need to move this? Or can you see that this customer went in? Or they'll say, maybe they're right in their beginning days of starting and they're like, I signed a loyal customer, but I don't see her. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of time. I can easily just go on here, log into my eSuite and see my entire team, including their loyal customers and everything else. So you want to make sure that you have those. And that's another thing. I would tell you how to do it, but I only know iPhones. I'm so not technical. I don't know all the techie stuff. So, but if you do not have that, then just ask your sponsor and they're going to help you get it downloaded to your phone. But they're super easy to have. The other thing that they have is the ItWorks Wrap app. And so that's another one that you can download. That one is great even for our customers to download, you guys, because it legit tells them exactly how to wrap. It reminds them to take before and after pictures. It's going to remind you, because that's a big part of your business, like we just talked about. And you never want to forget the before picture, ever, 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 because pictures speak a million times to people. There's so many times that I've had people say, I'm not sure if it really worked, but I'm like, did you take a before picture like you were supposed to? Yes. So then when I put them side by side, then people can really see the difference. A lot of people, even with some of the products, you guys are looking at a scale. Not all of our products are helping a number on the scale. And we all know too, truthfully, the number on the scale doesn't mean how healthy you are inside or outside or whatever it is, So we kind of go away from that, but I love the ItWorks Wrap app. And it also is going to tell them, instead of you being like, hey, make sure you're drinking your water for the next 3 days or the next 72 hours, it gives them little push notifications so that they are reminded to do that, or they're reminded to wrap again in 72 hours, because 1 wrap is a treat and 4 wraps come in a box for a reason, because that's a full treatment. So make sure you get those. The other site, you guys, that I thought, you may not be a green personality is somebody who they just want to know everything, whether they even know what to do with the information or not. They just want to know it. That was me. You can go to our ItWorks product coach, and I love it. It breaks down so many questions maybe that you would get. How long do the results stay from a wrap? Which products are gluten-free? What is this or that? That is not stuff that you're going to know right off the bat. That is not stuff that I still memorize. I do not know off the top of my head what products are vegan. But what's amazing is I have the resource that when somebody asks me that, I literally can go right there and it has them all listed for me. So let me just see something. Sorry. I'm just going to type it in here for you. It's in the little chat box, but it is, let me just see. It's www.myitworksproductcoach.com. Okay, so make sure that you use the tools that you have. And like I said, most times, you guys, if somebody's asking you a question, this is the first place that I go, because usually once I'm reading it, A, it's going to stick a lot better for you, and B, you might even keep reading a little bit more and find out more information. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And then the next thing, you guys, that I did even before my kit came was I did my training in my eSuite. And like I said, again, we will look at that. But you guys, this is the thing. You do not have to know everything about everything to get started, or to start sharing the products, or to start posting on Facebook. You just have to know a little bit, or even if you have a little bit of a background, the eSuite training just gives you enough confidence to start posting. Okay, so that's what I always tell people. I'm like, this is not meant for you to know everything. This is just to give you a little information to know exactly a little bit about the products, how to make money right off the bat, and to how to build to Ruby. Okay, because that's what we're here to do. Use the products, you get to use them at discount, you get to have the results, and then on top of that, you get to make extra money. So make sure you get in there and you do the training in your eSuite. So that within itself is already, you have things to do before your kit comes, right? So the next thing that I'm going to go through on here with you is the next thing I always ask people, our business is not based off of parties. And I love that. So I'm going to be really real and raw from when I started. If I remember saying, if I have to do parties, I'm not doing this business. It was not because I was scared. I mean, it wasn't because I was shy or anything like that. I am so not shy. But for some reason, getting up in what I thought would be getting up in front of a bunch of people scared the living daylights out of me. Okay, so I was just like, I'm not doing that. What was awesome is my sponsor's like, you don't even have to do that. And so you guys, I just did wrap appointments. I offered to wrap people. They stopped in my house. They were gone within 10 minutes. most of the time while I was wrapping them, I was talking to them about product. I had a product catalog that came in my business builder kit. I let them look at that. We would either set them up as a loyal customer to start their 90 days, their 90-day challenge of what they wanted to accomplish, or we signed them up as a distributor. As soon as they started asking questions to me about being a distributor, that's what I got them doing. Because why not? If you were already going to buy a box of wraps, $40 more gets you the opportunity to make money on the side, and you still get your box of wraps, plus you can go for a $500 bonus. To me, it's an absolute no-brainer. So that's what I did. So just know, I always tell people, figure out what your plan is and just speak that to whoever signed you up. Let them know, like, maybe you live in a super small town, so you feel like you have to really do social media, or maybe you do want to do wrap appointments, or maybe in the beginning you are a little nervous to do a wrap party, or maybe you want to do a wrap party. And if your sponsor's there, they usually will come help you. If they're not, you guys, we have so many tools and YouTubes that I am telling you, wrap parties are so simple. So either you should get one started online, which people are going to know how to do and help you do. We even have a little guideline in our team page under the files that you can look at. So where we can just post in there, people can get more information, and then you follow up with them and they can become loyal customers or distributors. Or I encourage you to do an in-person wrap party. This is what came out of my first wrap party. Yes, I probably was pitting out completely. I remember I was a double diamond and my sponsor did not live by me, so I had to go by myself. There was 5 people who showed up. I signed 4 loyal customers, and I signed 1 distributor, and I walked out with $200 in wrap cash. That right there was everything I needed to think, why did I not do a party? Okay, and no matter what, I was double diamond. I was making good money. I had wrapped so many people at this point. I was super confident, but I was still nervous. You will always be nervous to do your first one by yourself. Always, always, always. But the only way you start getting rid of that is just by doing it. And the thing that I think I love the best is that you guys, they are so like down to earth, and you do not have to have anything but water. You literally can bring your business builder kit. That's all you need. Sometimes I show up to like a wrap session or a sample party with literally my purse, and people are like, where's all your stuff? I'm like, it's right in here. Like, that's what's great, you guys. Like, you're walking in, you have this very simple setup. What you're telling anybody else out there, maybe that feels like they're drowning, they look at that and they're like, you know what? I can do that. Rachel just walked in with literally her business builder kit. Like, I don't have to have this huge setup. I don't need to spend all this money on all these things. They look at it and they know that they can duplicate exactly what you're doing. So never think that you don't have enough to do a party, because you do. Okay, so I encourage you to get a party, because a lot of times you can knock out being a 400 box and having your volume at 400, which is a qualified leg, which we're going to go over as I pop up this map for you. But I think it's a good way to have an icebreaker and to just even get started and let people touch, feel, smell, whatever they want to do with the product that you have. And I think it's just, and honestly, if you sell your first 4 wraps in your business builder kit, that you have already made your initial investment back, which is the reason why I joined this business. It was very low risk, and it was something like, if I'm going to try it, at least I know exactly how to make my money back and how to start going ahead and getting profit, right? And so that was my big thing, you guys. And so that is things like that I focus on. And so same for you. I want you to really focus on, and you can even write it down, but focus on why you joined. Focus on what things were super important to you when you first started. What was really important to me was how to break even and make profit right away, because I was the only one working at that time. And so that was something that I really wanted to know, and I knew it would just put me at ease and it would make it way more fun. So that's my first goal for anybody joining our team, is I want them to make their money back right away and start making money. That's what I want from them, and having fun. So those are the things that I focus on. And I think sometimes when you actually write those things down, you become very relatable to people. And like I said, me even telling people that I was scared to do wrap parties, what does that give that person that's scared to do wrap parties? It gives them hope to think, okay, she got to double diamond without having to do that. Does that mean that you don't ever do them? No, because what happens is somebody's going to ask you to host one, and are you going to say no? That's exactly what happened to me. I'm like, well, I'm not going to let somebody else do a party with them, so time to get uncomfortable, and that's when I did my first one. So either way, in-person party within the first couple of weeks if you can, or an online party. Okay, so that's your next step. So I want to show you guys, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you our next step. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we talked about your first step. You joined the party. You set up your EDBB auto ship in your eSuite. Now, step 2, you want to get your first 4 loyal customers, and you have 30 days to get these first 4 loyal customers. I always tell people, I'm like, try to get them as fast as you can. You have 30 days, but why wait 30 days? That's really what I think to myself. So this is what's awesome, you guys. So our basics of our business every single month is your auto ship, 4 loyal customers, and 3 distributors. I always tell people, break that down. That's adding 1 loyal customer a week, which is not a lot for as many people as you come into contact with. And then adding a new member to your team that would like to make some extra money on the side, have fun, be friendships, whatever it may be that they're joining for, around like every 10 days. So that's how you would break it down, okay? So your first 2 loyal customers gets you a wrap reward. Okay, and a wrap reward is another way that you're going to be able to make awesome wrap cash. And this is exactly what I did, you guys, that ended up where I ended my first month making $1,100 in wrap cash, okay? I was signing up loyal customers. I was wrapping people. And so for every 2 loyal customers you sign, you get a wrap reward. And that allows you to buy a box of wraps at $25 or a box of facials, which normally for us would be $59. Okay, so they're giving you even more of a discount on your products, okay? The great thing about that is we know 4 wraps come in a box. You go and wrap more people, or at a party or whatever it is at work. Maybe somebody wants to buy a full treatment off of you. So 4 wraps, you sell them at $25 each at the retail price. So a box is now $100. And what do you got? You're already profiting over here $75. So these, not only are you getting paid commissions on what these 2 loyal customers bought, but now you also have a wrap reward, and you sold these wraps and you are making another $75, okay? So that's what you have. And on top of it, you just made yourself so you are Fast Start qualified. So you just also unlocked another way. So within this 2 steps, you guys, of even just getting these first 2 loyal customers, you just unlocked 3 ways that we make money in this business, okay? And that is wrap cash, you're making commissions, and then you just did Fast Start bonuses. So what is a Fast Start bonus? They are awesome. Okay, so when you welcome your first distributor, so somebody that wants to join you, wants to have fun, make some extra money, and they do this right here, just these 2 loyal customers and have set up their auto ship, you get a pat on the back from our corporate team, and they say, hey, Rachel, great job on welcoming a new team member, but not only that, you're also teaching her the steps that are going to make her successful in this business. So we are going to give you a $100 Fast Start bonus paid out next Friday. So what's awesome, you guys, is this doesn't wait. This isn't in your commission check. This gets paid out to you on Fridays, okay? So that's what you just unlocked with your first 2 loyal customers. Your second 2 to welcome your 3 and your 4, you get another wrap reward. So remember, if you're selling those wraps or wrapping people, it's $25 to get that. You're going to profit $75. So now you've already made $150 right here. And you have more in your group volume, so more commissions coming to you. But now you also just qualified yourself to go for that $500 Ruby bonus. So, and not only that, whatever bonuses they decide to come out with, whenever they decide that they want to come out with anything, you are qualified to run for those. So maybe, 2 months down the road, you're still building your rubies, your emerald, you're starting September, you're ready to go, and you're going to be set for diamond. What happens if they come out with a bonus and you've gotten your first 4 loyal customers and you are eligible now for that bonus that they decide to come out with? So this is why we want to get our first 4 loyal customers within the first 30 days, or in my words, ASAP. Like, just get going. You can enroll loyal customers before you even have your business builder kit at all. Okay, so that is one thing that I love. The other thing that I absolutely love about this, you guys, is this wrap rewards. This doesn't stop after your 30 days. This continues as you continue to welcome new loyal customers. And then we go on to step 3. So step 3 is gathering. You want to get 3 distributors each month, okay? And then one of those DTs or team members, you are going to teach them, and they're going to be working on step 3, and they're going to also welcome team members. So like I said, you guys, we always work together. We are not just like here to try to recruit like crazy or anything like that, or you're on your own doing this or that, like eventually you will start having a team and we all get to work together. And that is like one of my favorite things about this. So just think, if you welcome 3 distributors, okay, and you're personally enrolling them, this is a $100 fast start bonus, this is a $100 fast start bonus, and this is a $100 fast start bonus. Currently, you guys, not always, but currently from here to the end of July, we are getting double fast start bonuses. Okay, so this could be $300 that you're profiting normally, and those get paid out on Fridays, not in your commission check. But right now, this could be $200, $200, $200. That is $600 that you could get paid out on a Friday. Like, that is awesome, awesome money. And I just want to tell you guys, there is one thing that I love that sometimes people will focus on this. I've had people that are like, you know what, Sarah, I need $1,000 extra. That would get us above water. I'm joining this, like, this is what I need. And I'm like, okay, there's a few things that I obviously will pull out their Emerald map. And then from there, what is awesome is maybe they want to welcome more than 3 people in a month. And their goal might be 10, because they know that if they can help them and get them started and get their 2 loyal customers with them, that they can make $1,000 off the 10, because this is 100, 100, 100. Okay, so this is one step and one way that we get paid, you guys, that you have full control over. And this is one of those things where I always tell people, this is your incentive to build your own business. And I'm just going to tell you guys, building your own business and not waiting for somebody to do it for you, you will love it, because that is really what maximizes your paycheck the most. Okay, so now let's just talk about, you know, having that 400 box. Okay, I'm going to bring up your Ruby map for a second. Hold on. Sorry, you guys. I have to get it over here. And I just want to explain this to you. So first would be executive, you guys. And so you can just see, we could cover these 2 boxes up. This would be you, and this would be your first 2 distributors, okay? Then you see this little number under here. The BV stands for bonus volume. And then this is 400, okay? So we know that bonus volume comes from products, and that comes from distributors enrolling loyal customers and whatever it is that they're buying. So say that they bought, I'm just going to give an example for a minute. Say that somebody bought greens, which you can actually go into eSuite and get the little handout where it says like greens are 30 BV, wraps are 54 BV. Like, it will tell you all that if you wanted it. You're going to end up starting to memorize some of that stuff. So just say that I signed up a loyal customer that wanted greens. That's 30 BV. So I know to try to get to 400, I still need 370 BV. Plus you have somebody's 80 BV auto ship to come out. So usually, you guys, to get to this volume, to have a qualified leg like that, usually takes anywhere on average like 4 to 6 loyal customers, okay? So that's usually what that would take along with somebody's auto ship. So I always think to myself, or even broken down even more simple, maybe that's 4 ItWorks systems. Or if you want to say, it could be if you have somebody's 80 BV auto ship, and then you welcomed 4 customers, each with the skinny pack. Okay, that's worth 80 BV. So that would equal to 400. So say you have 2 DTs that are at 400. What happens is you promote to your first promotion of executive. And you have to think, so not only are you getting a commission check, but you get $100 and a $100 fast start bonus here. So that's another $200 plus your commission check. And then these don't include your wrap cash, okay? Now say that this person was 400, but this one was a little short. You guys still get paid on that, but you just wouldn't promote to executive or be at that rank. Okay, so that's what that means. And this is where I go into my eSuite and in my tree view, and I track this. I put the little number here, so I know constantly, you guys, exactly how far away I am from hitting whatever promotion it is that I'm working on. And so this is why I tell you your maps are so important to have in front of you, because you can track it and it's always visual and you know exactly what you need, okay? So this is what your map looks like. This is Ruby. And so total, you have 5 people on your team, okay? So like I said again, if you're doing your steps to success, here's your first 3 distributors, and here's one of your distributors working to get their team going as well. So that's what that looks like. And then I just want to show you one other thing, you guys. I'm trying to decide if I want to cancel out of that thing. And I'm going to show you, just since I'm already in here and I'm sharing my screen with you, I just want to show you your eSuite, okay? So you kind of know, like, what's going on in my eSuite. Why don't I know my website? Okay. Okay. So here's what our website looks like. All of our websites look like this. You guys can go in. I'm going to show you exactly where you can put your picture in here. I really encourage you to do that, because what I always do when I send somebody to my website or I'm helping them sign up, I just always say, hey, do you see my picture up in the corner, or do you see my name? And that just verifies that they're on the right website, so that you are getting the credit that you deserve and that they are on your team, okay? So make sure that you go in and do that, and I'm going to show you how. Hold on here. Okay, so this is what your dashboard looks like. Okay, now if I was just joining, I'm gonna have a little red thing here that says click here, verify your tax info. I don't have that right now, okay? So this is just gonna go through and we are gonna look on here. Oops, there's our cruise points. And okay, so we're looking on here, and this breaks everything down. So this will say what your rank is. When we're talking about personal bonus volume, this is what this is. Here's group, this is your team. So right now, if it's just you, these two numbers will be the same, okay? As you start getting people that are also building their own business, these two numbers will start being different, and this will usually be higher. And then on here, as you start getting your loyal customers, you guys, it's gonna start counting here. These are the ones that are directly under you. And then commission qualified, that means that is because I ran my ADBV auto ship, so that automatically gets a check mark as soon as it runs for the month. And fast start qualified, we talked about that, so that comes with the first 2 loyal customers that you get that successfully complete their 3 months. And what's awesome about that, you guys, is once you're fast start qualified, you're always fast start qualified, okay? So you wanna look for these 2 green check marks. This means you're making money, okay? This is your auto ship. And I talked about it, how, see how it says it's at 80 BV, and it can be different things, but that's how you can check. This $20 is just for our eSuite, which I'm in now, and for your website. And then point accounts, you guys, this is gonna be good for, this is really important for those of you that are just brand new, okay? So this is where you have your applicator rewards, and as you get, for every 2 loyal customers, you're gonna see this number go up, okay? And then I'm gonna go up here for a second. This first section, you guys, is usually just announcements. This is where you would do your auto ship. I just want you to, so that way if you don't have it set up yet, that you can go in and do that. You can just hit edit. You can change it. I'm actually just gonna change it while you guys are on here, because I do wanna change it, so that's awesome. Actually, that works out. Okay, so look what this says. Any changes made to your auto ship will not go into effect until you hit save your auto ship button. This is this button, okay? So don't forget to do that. If you wanted to change your date, you could always change your date on here. Okay, so that's how you can change your date. And then here, I'm gonna change my items, okay? I'm gonna get the new probiotics. So what I'm gonna do, you guys, is you've gotta make sure that you put these to 0 if you want something completely different. And then, oh, if you're not muted, can you mute? And I'm going to show you how I do that as soon as I get out here. Green, let me see. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to do green on the go berry. Okay, so that's 30 BV. Hold on, you guys. Oh, maybe they got it. Okay. And then I'm gonna go back. Okay, so I have it 30 BV, I need 50 more. So I'm gonna get the probiotics because we are in love with the new probiotics at our house. Let me just go find it, sorry. Why don't I see it? There we go. Okay, and so on here, it's gonna show me, and that's 31 each. So I'm actually just gonna get 2 of those because both my husband and I like it. So now you guys can see that I have 2 of those, so that's 62, and then this is 30, so that's 92, so I can continue. And then you'll just go the standard shipping. It will kind of walk you through this. This is exactly what yours will look like. And then just make sure you hit save your auto ship. And then if I want to view my invoice, because maybe I'm like, oh, I have to make sure, you can go and you can look exactly, and it tells you BV and everything else, okay? So that is how you change your auto ship or set it up. In here, settings is where you guys can go and put your picture in and all your personal information for your website. And so I just show people how to do that in here because I want them to do that as fast as they can. This is your ItWorks U. This is your training that I was talking about that you can easily get started on while you're waiting for your kit. I did mine the first night that I joined because I was super excited, and I think I actually had my kids to sleep. Support, you guys, is like if you wanted to talk to customer service but you don't have time to call them, and you can click on this and you can submit a ticket. And what's going to happen is that you go back in here. If you don't see anything open under here, you want to go to close tickets, and you're going to see that they responded to it, and you just click on the ticket number, okay? Document library. This was my saving grace. So when I told you to go and you want to print off your steps to success and your executive and Ruby map, you can just put it in here, and you can click on it, and you can go print it down and go print it out for yourself. So this is where you're going to get all those sheets. So this wasn't something that I have. We all have access to that, okay? And then I just want to show you one thing in here. And this is in your reports. This is where I spend most of my time. You can see personally enrolled, team, customers, everything. Okay, so this is literally a snapshot of my business. This shows me what I have my auto ship set up as. It shows me everything that I have on here, okay? If I go, I can click show loyal customers and I see them all in blue. You can click on them and it will show you exactly what they're ordering, or maybe they forgot their ID number and they aren't sure how to log in and change their auto ship. This is where you go and find that, okay? And then if you unclick this, the distributors are in black. And if there's a little arrow by it as you continue to grow your team, that means that there's more people under here and that they have a team. So that way you can go, and you guys, this is how I map. This is how I go and see. So say it was Kim and Lindsay. So say Kim was one of my DTs and I'm going for executive. I would go and I look for her GV to be over 400. So these people have been in for a while, obviously. And then I would go here and I would look for her GV and she would be over 400. So this is how you know, and this is how you can fill out your map. And it may not make a whole lot of sense completely right now, you guys, but that at least you know where to kind of go to get started, okay? So and if you have an LC that signs up, you know exactly where to go to see, oh yeah, perfect, I see him on there. I can go check my own volume. You can see that it will reflect in there. You can see that it will change the number of loyal customers that are enrolled under you. You can see a lot of stuff in there. Let me just look. Okay, so I think that's all I have to share. I just want you to know how to do your eSuite because your eSuite is such an important tool and it helps with so many things to know exactly where you're going, okay? So that's your eSuite. Down to just getting started, you guys, and I'm gonna let you also ask some questions if you have any, but this is what I always tell people. You make sure that you ask people to do this with you. If somebody hadn't asked me, I don't know that I would have ever considered it because I just didn't know enough about it to even look into it. The other thing is I always tell people when I ask somebody, it's because I believe that they would be awesome at it. I know it could bless their life. And it gives somebody enough confidence to think like, hey, so-and-so thinks that I actually would be really good on this. Like I watched her kind of post about things. I watched her do this or that. But that invite is very personable and it's something that people sometimes are waiting for. So don't just think like, oh, if I'm posting on Facebook and no one's liking it, that no one's watching you, because that's completely false. There's a lot of times that I've posted something and I have no likes at all, but I'll get 2 messages in my inbox. Sometimes people just don't want other people to know that they're interested in the wraps or whatever it may be. So keep posting, be consistent. I did something for my business every single day. I encourage everybody to use social media. If you don't have it, that's fine. I did a little bit of both. I'm very belly to belly when I built my business. I talked about it, but what was so awesome is that I couldn't talk about it at work, but I was posting about it on Facebook. So when I got to work, people asked me about it. And so I would just say, hey, I'm super excited that you want to know more. Like I can totally call you on our way home from, our night shift and we can get you set up, or I can answer all your questions or whatever it may be. Some tips that really worked well for me is just to know that if somebody says that they're going to sign up, ask them if they want to, give them the option. Say, do you want me to sign you up? And you can send me your information and you'll get a confirmation email, or do you want me to walk you through it? because if you have a little bit of control, you're going to see that they get in a lot faster. Sometimes people are going to say, okay, I want to get the skinny pack that you were talking about. You know, I have a goal of losing 20 pounds in the next few months, or maybe I'm in a wedding or whatever it may be. But the thing is, you guys, is it's like one of those things I always tell people, like, if I don't make it to Target tonight, I'm still going to be okay. So if life gets busy, sometimes people forget to hop on and do that. So don't be afraid to follow up or to leave it in your hands to where you can get the information that you need to sign them up and you can do it for them as long as they know everything about it, okay? So I encourage you to get their information and make it as easy as possible for them. I always tell people, I'm like, that's the benefit of shopping small, is they get awesome customer service from you and they get a lot of personability from you. And think about your dream team. For me, I started making a list, and you can see where we were in eSuite in the documents. You can put in the keywords 100s list, but I thought of people. I went through Facebook, I went through everything, but I thought of people that I knew could use an extra $500 a month just like I could. And I wrote them down. I wrote them in my map. I thought of my dream team, and that's where I started. I started asking right there. You do not have to have a script. You do not have to have a story. You do not have to know everything to sign people up. And what's awesome is Danielle will always say this, that's who my sponsor is. She's like, you signing up pushed me to learn a lot about this business because you had questions. And so I had to figure it out as I went and I could answer them. So just know it was a simple invite. When I talk to people, you guys, I just said, hey, I'm going for a $500 bonus. I'm super excited. I love these products. They're plant-based. They're so good for you. You know, would you be interested in joining my team? And you could also go for the same $500 bonus. That is literally all I said. I didn't go on and on and on. I didn't tell them all the information. My first goal of talking to somebody is just seeing if they're interested. From there, I want to be able to give them all the information that they need and answer the questions. I always tell people, answer the questions that are asked. Okay, so make that. And I think what helps by even just remembering that rule is just knowing, like, you don't want to verbal vomit all over somebody because they're going to be like, oh, okay, whoa, I was just asking a few questions. You know, let them control the conversation. Totally, that's what you want them to do, okay? And that's what makes people more comfortable anyways. So I encourage you to do that. Focus on your strengths. If you are somebody that you know that you're good in person, I always ask, I'm like, do you want to meet at a coffee shop? Do you want to go do this? Do you want me to wrap you? I was strong in person. I still am, you guys. If I meet somebody on Instagram that I don't even know who they are, the first thing I give is my number. I give my digits out like it's nothing these days. So I love getting people on the phone because they can hear your excitement. They can hear your passion. And I think that that's something that lights a fire in other people as well. And you want that. So do what you are best at and just pick whatever way that you are going to start building your business and be consistent with that. But I always say commit to doing at least one thing a day for your business, because that is something that I held myself accountable to no matter how busy I got, because we all pee. We can take 2 seconds to post on Facebook. Or, you know what, we all encounter some people on a daily basis. So go ahead, talk to them about it. The other thing is as you get going in your business, if you see, or you can get even one shirt, that was huge for me too. So when we talk about blitzing, that's kind of sharing the business with people or products with people while you're out and about on a daily basis. And so for me, the easiest way for me to do it was for every cash transaction that I was having. So maybe I was grocery shopping, maybe I was off signing Grady up for hockey or whatever it may be, I was going to talk about my business to somebody or share it with somebody. What was great is if I had a shirt on, people were like, oh, what works? So if you do get a shirt at all, get the ones that say it works on them. Like there's a lot of really cute ones that say it will change your life, that type of stuff. I love those. I have those, but my first one said it works. And what's awesome is that it makes blitzing a lot easier for you. So I just encourage you to be excited, share it with everybody, and always remember, you guys, it is not your job to decide if these products are for somebody or this business. It's just your job to share, and from there, they get to make the decision of what's best for them. So, you know, maybe you might have a preconception of maybe, oh, this person already has enough money, or they make a lot of money, or maybe they stay at home, or whatever it may be. Really, like what we know is what people allow us to know. You don't always know everyone's story. And so just make sure that you share your excitement and what your goals are in starting this business. And I can tell you, you're just going to have a lot of success with that, because that's exactly what I did. I kept it super, super simple. So, okay. I think I hit most of the basics, you guys. If you have any questions that you want to ask right this second, go ahead and you can unmute yourself, and I would love to help answer them. And if not, then we're okay too. And I'll be posting the recording for anybody or whoever needs it. So are you guys all good? Oh, you guys, something that I forgot. See, I told you I'm all over the place. For your first 4 loyal customers, you guys, this is what I did. I always say go to the people that you know best. Go to your friends, go to your family. Think of products that you know that they either already use. So people wash their face. Talk about the cleanser. See if they would just say, you know, would you help me get my first 4, like I'm looking for 4 people that want to use these products. Would you mind trying one product for 3 months? You can switch whatever products you're getting to help me hit that goal. And I just say, you know, sometimes I talk about hair, skin, and nails. Sometimes you may have already known that somebody uses probiotics, or maybe they were looking to start with greens or whatever it may be. But you guys, what I did is I talked to people that were close to me, and I also picked products that I was interested in using. And I thought to myself, who else would be interested in using these products? I wrote a list out, and I wrote, I think, 10 people for 5 products. I picked 5 products. I wrote 10 people down for each, and I talked to them about it. You guys, you will get 4 loyal customers within that time. If you don't, talk to your sponsor, switch your wording up, or have them help you even with responses. Be like, you know what, I'm going to stop here. I put the message out. As soon as somebody responds to you, say, okay, I did this a couple times. They weren't interested. What is something like, this is what I would normally say. Would you switch it up? See if they would switch it up. See if you can, maybe sometimes there's just like one term that you could switch up. But that is how I got my first 4 loyal customers. That is still, you guys, how I do it to this day. I'm very observant of what's going on my Facebook, my Instagram, or whatever it may be. I obviously love super positive people. I look for people who love health, that type of thing, to join my team. And those are the people that I offer the products to. Or if somebody says, like, I'm trying to grow out my hair, or whatever it may be, those are people that I'm like, hey, you should try the hair, skin, and nails. It's awesome. You see noticeable results pretty darn quick. I love it. I've been using it. You know, think of things like that. And the other thing, even on social media, you guys just engage. If there is somebody that you want on your team, but maybe you haven't talked to them for a long time, or maybe you thought like, oh, she does hair, this would be great for her to add on, but I haven't talked to her in a couple of years. It's okay. Start engaging on her Facebook. Show that you're interested, you know, and like her stuff, comment on her stuff, but you want to be really personable so people know if they join you, you're going to be there to help them, and you are looking out for what their goals are as well. So that was something I think I had written down that helped me with my first 4 loyal customers that I wanted to share with you. Okay, any other questions? No? You guys are shy tonight. Okay, you guys, thank you for being on. I'm so excited for you if you are just starting. I just know that this was the best $99 that I ever spent, and I didn't even know what my ending was going to be. It's still just going, which is awesome, you guys. I always say you don't have to know everything or where you're headed. Sometimes that's the best, because where you thought you'd have been headed, you're almost selling yourself short. So be excited if you've already been in the business for a little bit and maybe you are just really now starting to jump in. There is no better time than now just to get started. Like, you are never behind the 8 ball. Just when you start, just keep going. That's all I can tell you. So I'm super excited for you guys, and I cannot wait to continue to build this business alongside you. So have a good night, and I'm just going to stop this, and I will post the recording for everybody to use.